Untitled Goose Game is a puzzle game about being a goose with a to-do list full of mischief. This game reminds me of that time my father owned a goose and... The goose has fairly simple controls. You can pick things up to carry, lean your neck down to crouch or pick up low things. Run, spread your wings and swim by entering water. Of course, there is a dedicated honk button. The movement feels accurate to the two-legged bird you are controlling around. You can also zoom your view in and out a little to keep better aware of your surroundings. With these simple tools at your disposal, it is time to wreak havoc on the village. There are 4 areas for you to take part in community life. After checking your list, you'll break into the garden to begin. Each area has a few different tasks, then a bonus one appears after a few are done. Eventually, you can gain access to the next area. Whenever you pick up an object, people tend to notice and try to steal it back from you. Unfortunately, you're a normal goose and cannot maintain your hold against them. Thus, your cunning tactics of stealth and distraction are important to implement. Why they can't appreciate you helping them out in the garden or fetching them new glasses, I don't know. The stealth is actually a bit easy, as by throwing some jars on the other side, I was able to drag the rake all the way through without being noticed. From then on, I took my other desired objects through the same path. I never found that any of the requests were too difficult to figure out, and some can be approached in a couple of different ways. Your fellow neighbours have generally simple behaviour patterns. The only difficult ones were when you have to collect several items in one place. If the humans catch wind of it, they would start taking all your objects away faster than you can replace them. Once you've beaten the game, you're given bonus objectives as well as a time challenge. If you mess things up too much, such as locking yourself out of the garden, you can reset the area. Any previously checked off goals will still be marked as finished, although if you didn't grab all the objects in a set, that will obviously have to be done all again. The graphics are in a simple style, the humans having hair and noses but not much else, which perfectly suits the game. They have a few nice expressions to react to your helpful input in their lives. The music is played by a piano and some sequences have a more thematic approach. There is also an option to make the to-do list in plain text, which is appreciated. Townsfolk can get caught in glitchy loops, but that's easily fixable by bringing their attention to another object. The game is fairly short, about an hour and a half to get to the credits depending on how smart you are. Then there is a bit more activity to do, which will add more game time, so being generous, maybe about 4 hours long. Causing mischief as a goose is quite fun. The tricks to meeting your objectives are mostly quite easy, so if you generally don't play puzzle games like me, you won't have too much to worry about. Being a game I've waited on since I played the demo at PAX Oz last year, I feel it's a bit short and I am disappointed by how easy it is. My little sister was disappointed that there was no nighttime, but I don't think that's something that'll bother most. I give Untitled Goose Game a 7 out of 10. At least on the Australian eShop, the game is currently on sale for 25% off, so if you are interested, now would be the better time to get it. Be sure to check out ladiesgamers.com for handheld news and reviews. The geese he bought were for eating, but one of them broke out and ran away. By ran away, I mean literally across the road near directly opposite the house in the wetlands.